In November 2025, Chelsea Football Club was second in the Premier League, 2 points off Arsenal. The vibes were immaculate. The tactical structures were structuring. We thought we finally found him, the chosen one, the man to fix the BlueCo circus. And then came December. The football dropped off a cliff, the press conferences turned sour. Rumours swirled that Todd Boehly refused to buy Enzo a third at left back. Fans blamed the board. Players looked lost. On January 1st, 2026, he resigned. We thought he was a martyr, a hero who stood up to the corporate machine. Turns out, he was just checking Skyscanner for flights to Manchester. Chelsea dropped an official club statement that reads less like a football update and more like a messy divorce announcement on Facebook. Let's look at the wording here. Chelsea said, "We felt let down as we believed his head and heart were focused on another club." Since when do football clubs talk about hearts? Chelsea's PR department wrote this while listening to Adele in a dark room. They essentially admitted that while Enzo was tactically setting up Chelsea to play Brentford, he was mentally planning how to fit Erling Haaland into a 3-2-4-1 formation. And then we have Enzo's farewell letter. Enzo says, "The decision was only mine. I recognize it caused disruption and I apologize. It was neither my intention nor my wish." Bro, you literally resigned. In December, you didn't accidentally slip, fall, and land a contract at Manchester City. You didn't butt dial Ferran Soriano and accidentally negotiate a salary. It wasn't my intention to cause disruption. My brother in Christ, you left the club with Liam Rosenior. Do you know how disruptive that is? We went from fighting for the Champions League to finishing 10th. That's not disruption, that's arson. When a betrayal this juicy happens, the football elders must speak. First up, Samuel Eto'o. Samuel came out with a 14-paragraph philosophical dissertation. Eto'o basically said, "I respect him, but he's a villain. I wish him well, but he ruined lives. Trust takes years to build, but Enzo destroyed it in a single WhatsApp text to cheeky Begaristain. It was the most polite, elegant, verbal assassination you've ever seen. But John Terry, JT, did not choose diplomacy. John Terry read that letter and chose violence. He said, that's sneaky behaviour. If you can abandon Chelsea for Man City today, don't be surprised if you abandon City for Real Madrid tomorrow." John Terry, a man famously known for his absolute unblemished record of impeccable loyalty in all areas of life, is calling you out for being sneaky. When JT calls you unfaithful, you know you've crossed a line. He basically warned Man City that Enzo's going to ghost them the second Carlo Ancelotti winks at him from Spain. The craziest part? Manchester City paid £17 million in compensation, and Enzo Maresca personally had to pay an undisclosed settlement to Chelsea. Imagine being so desperate to leave your job that you actually pay your boss to let you quit. "Here is £17 million, Todd. Please let me leave Cobham. The chaos is hurting my bald head." Gary Neville weighed in too, saying Man City showed no respect and Chelsea should report them. Gary mate, Chelsea got £17 million for a manager who didn't want to be there and used it to hire Xabi Alonso. If anything, Chelsea should send City a thank you basket. So what's the moral of the story? Chelsea fans spent months fighting in the trenches on Twitter, arguing about sporting directors and transfer backing, only to find out Enzo Maresca was just an undercover Pep Guardiola fanboy who used Stamford Bridge as a 6-month internship. But hey, look on the bright side. We got Xabi Alonso now, a man who refused Bayern Munich and Real Madrid out of pure loyalty to Leverkusen. Surely he won't break our hearts, right? Right, guys? Let me know in the comments. Is Enzo Maresca the biggest snake in modern Premier League history, or is he just a man who knew a sinking ship when he saw one? Like, subscribe, and don't resign mid-video. See ya.